This is the world's smallest wireless 4K 360 livestream camera and a Google Street View mapping camera. It looks like the famous Insta360 X3 with almost identical specs. In this honest, unsponsored review video, I will bring you to Rome, Italy, where I tested this brand new PanoX V2 360 camera in a real-world scenario, mapping the Vatican City and capturing 5.7K 360 video for both PanoX V2 viewing and social media reframe video like this one. We will compare the PanoX image quality with Insta360 X3, 1RS 1-inch, and the brand new Qoocam 3. If you are looking for a cheaper alternative to X3 that has GPS built-in with 100% in-camera 5.7K 360 video and 11K 360 photo stitching, or go live on your new PanoX 3 in 4K up to 30 megabits per second wirelessly, this is the video for you. Let's go! Hey, what's up everybody? It's your boy Hugh here, just back from Rome, Italy, testing this brand new consumer level 360 camera called the PanoX V2. The specs are almost identical to Insta360 X3, both with half-inch sensor, both can do HDR 360 video, both shoot 5.7K 30 frames per second 360 and 72 megapixel 360 photo, with one exception though. PanoX can do 8K 360 video, but only in 10 frames per second for Google Street View. PanoX V2 is not an action 360 camera like the X3 or GoPro Max. It is not waterproof or dustproof. It is not light enough to mount it on a helmet or on your drone, and no interchangeable battery. It targets everyday creators, streamers, musicians, TikTok influencers, vloggers, Google Street View creators, or small local businesses who can benefit from simple virtual tour creation. Here are the unique features only available on the PanoX V2. First, 4K 360 video livestream up to 30 megabits per second wirelessly and can simultaneously cast on Facebook 360 and YouTube 360. And the upcoming TikTok 360 live stream when TikTok released this feature in the US. This makes PanoX the world's smallest on-the-go 360 live stream camera. That is the most impressive feature of this camera. So let's spend a little bit more time to talk about it. With the release of the PanoX 3 right here and the upcoming even cheaper Quest 3 Lite, codenamed Ventura, creators are looking for ways to get into the metaverse. Live streaming in VR 360 is the easiest and the fun way to do so. And you can do it on the world's largest platform, YouTube VR. But there's no easy and affordable way to go live until now. PanoX partner up with YouTube to use the latest YouTube API to let creators to go live directly in 360 immersive format straight from the camera. With a click of a button, no more complicated RTMP or OBS setup, no more Ethernet or HDMI cable. If you have a good enough 5G network connection or a wireless connection like I do here, you can go live in 4K 30 frames per second for up to 30 megabits per second, meaning very high image quality. In the US, with a very limited mobile bandwidth, I would suggest stick to 12 megabits per second upstream speed for a more stable 360 live stream. Here is a 12 megabits per second and 30 megabits per second test. You can see it yourself inside your PanoX 3. Just save the video in your watch later list and put it in your YouTube VR app inside the PanoX. I am sure Horizon World from Meta will have 360 live stream feature very soon as well. The space will just keep growing, it is good to start now to build up your audience. PanoX also supports multicast to 2 streaming platforms, like on Facebook 360 and YouTube VR at the same time. Double the reach of your VR livestream. Later, when TikTok Live support 360 as well in the US, PanoX will also add it on the camera. Do be aware, there is a fan built into the camera and it will kick in when livestream over 10 minutes to keep the camera cool. So you will want an external audio solution. The second standout feature is in-camera 360 stitching. The camera has a powerful internal Android OS system that can stitch 5.7K 360 video, 8K time-lapse video, and 11K 360 photo in high-quality HEVC, 120 megabits per second. So you don't really need a computer to publish 360 video. That is great for small businesses and run-and-gun creators who just don't have the time to learn 360 video editing and don't have the money to invest in a powerful computer. That is a computer of its own. By the way, you can potentially run other Android apps on the camera, as this is basically as powerful as a Android tablet. Third, direct Google Street View 360 photo and blue line creation support with built-in GPS. If you don't know what Google Street View is and why it is so important to your local businesses, check out this video right here. This is a great hybrid virtual tour camera that allows you to publish virtual tour on Google on location. It is a great sell tool for virtual tour creators who want to land high volume local businesses. As you see right here, that is a result of my mapping inside Google Street View Studio. This is the famous Qoocam. Here is Kitty. As you see here, I just mount the PanoX on my backpack, mapping the Qoocam while sightseeing. So I run around Rome, Italy with this PanoX camera, capturing Google Street View blue line, 360 photo, and 360 video of Rome and the Vatican City at the 360 event. Here's some of my 360 photo with fully auto mode. The dynamic range of this camera is impressive. The 11K photo quality is certainly good enough for casual posting on Facebook 360 and some virtual tour platform. Almost all Insta360 X3 creative shot ideas can be also done with the PanoX. For example, my recent favorite, the camera throw, looks super great with the PanoX. This is my no problem shot at the Vatican Square in front of the Vatican Church. Now you see what this 360 camera can do. Let's dive deeper in terms of photo and video image quality, stabilization, audio, AI editing, and what works and what does not. By the end of this video, you will have a clear idea of the strength and weaknesses of this brand new 360 camera. Image quality. The most important aspect of any camera is its image quality. How the PanoX image quality compare to others? Well, let's find out in our charted side-by-side comparison. We are shooting the same high dynamic daytime scene under the California sun. From top to bottom, we have the PanoX V2, Insta360 X3, 1IS 1-inch, and the Qoocam 3. They are all in the latest firmware. At a glance, they are all very similar, which is expected at this price range. That is why I said in another video, if you already have any of this 360 camera, you are good. Don't get jealous or FOMO of the camera you did not get, and focus on getting out there and making amazing content. Most of your viewers will not notice the tiny quality differences anyway. If you are a camera nerd like me, let's zoom in 300% on the focus chart and take a closer look. 1RS 1-inch has the least amount of sharpening artifacts and the most amount of details. Qoocam 3 in its latest firmware look the sharpest among all four, but the artifacts actually make the image look bad. PanoX look is slightly bit sharper than X3 and has a good balance between sharpness and artifacts. So in terms of image sharpness and detail, here is my ranking. Comment below if you disagree. The biggest standout advantage of PanoX is the dynamic range. By the way, all the cameras here are on auto exposure EV0. Take a look at the distant house facing the sun right here. X3 and 1RS are overexposed and losing most details. Qoocam 3 has slightly better result thanks to its bigger image sensor and pixel unit. But PanoX has a way better result. Take a look back at the chart, which is in the shadow. PanoX is the brightest among all the results, leading to a better overall image quality. If you still cannot see it, let's look at the highlights where the sun is together. Now the result is super apparent. PanoX, you can see the white cloud. More highlight detail are retained, while all the other 360 cameras are completely blown out. To be clear, this is not PanoX HDR video mode. This is their regular 360 video mode, which is enhanced by default with the new Sony sensor. You can still manually adjust ISO and shutter speed to achieve even better results. Insta360 X3 also has a dynamic HDR video mode. So how does that compare? Let's find out. On top, we have the PanoX video mode, and at the bottom, we have X3 HDR video mode. Even though the X3 HDR mode clearly has more dynamic range, the result is very unnatural. The saturation is too much, my skin tone is off, and the white wall is green. Heavy chromatic aberration in the high contrast area, and the distant detail are lost. It is too much of a stylized look that is hard to fix it in post. And that is why I personally never use the HDR video mode. I wish there was a slider in Insta360 that I can tone down the HDR look. Since this is not a baked-in HDR mode like the X3, it can also be used in low light situation. Look at this bird scene shot at Rome. The result is clean and with very minimal noise. The black is very rich black and the highlight never blown out, as you can still clearly read all the drinking menu right here, which is very impressive. When in extreme low light here with the camera moving, yes, you see some motion blur because my shutter speed is at 1/30 here, but the rest of the image look natural with barely any HDR overbaited artifacts. So if you need a 360 vlogging camera that works in all lighting situations, this is a very good choice. This feature also carries over in 4K 360 Livestream. PanoX is the first 360 Livestream camera also with HDR support. Great for concert, music festival, and rave. At the time of testing, PanoX HDR video feature is not out yet. I assume it will be similar to X3, a software-based HDR effect that adds stylized look to your overall image. Not something I will use neither. I will post a short Instagram review when it is ready next month. So follow me on Instagram as well for quick and timely update on all 360 camera brands. 360 photo. As a virtual tour photographer, I am always searching for a one-shot camera that can balance between image quality and the ease of use. With in-camera stitching, PanoX definitely win the ease of use department. But how about the image quality? Let's compare it. From left to right, we have PanoX 12K, Insta360 X3 12K, 1RS 1-inch 6K, and Qoocam 3 11K. If you watch my other virtual tour camera review, you know by now higher resolution does not equal to better image quality. Let's match all photos in the exact same size and compare. In terms of detail and sharpness, you can easily spot the winner from the focal chart on my right here. Qoocam 3 with the latest firmware has the best detail, least amount of digital artifacts, and you can read the text right here clearly. 1RS 1-inch even zoom in 2 times, still have more detail than PanoX or X3, but not as good as Qoocam 3, especially that ugly green tint on the JPEG image. PanoX clearly has more detail than X3, but it also had more artifacts on human skin, like on my face right here. So not sure the quality is better than X3. PanoX again has the best dynamic range thanks to its Sony HDR image sensor. So overall, the image quality is better than X3, but I wouldn't use PanoX to shoot human. For virtual tour, it's okay. Here is my ranking. Stabilization. How is the stabilization? Well, it can be better. Let Pano know their stabilization cannot compete with Insta360, so they do not advertise PanoX V2 as an action 360 camera. But even for daily use, like capturing a handheld static scene on a 3-meter pole of the Qoocam, you see slightly movement that is distracted in 360 video. In 2D, reframed video will be fine, but in 360 video, we do require a better stabilization and, more importantly, horizon lock. I hope Lepano can improve this in the future firmware updates. I do want to stress, all of these results are 100% done in camera without even touching the computer. The best flow state result from Insta360 require a PC or a Mac to do external stitching. So with this in mind, PanoX is still very impressive as an all-in-one camera. Audio. A good vlogging camera requires a good microphone. PanoX has 2 mics, front and back. How's that sound? Let's listen to this pipe drumming performance on the street of Rome, right in front of the Roman Forum. As you can hear, it's not bad. With the help of Adobe Premiere 2024 new audio AI, you can definitely vlog with this camera without a laugh. Now, let's talk about the bad. The camera takes a long time to boost up and to shut down. To not miss a moment, I usually tap the power button right here to put the camera to sleep and wake it up when I'm ready to shoot. This leads to a faster battery draining. On top of that, the camera uses an internal battery, so you cannot really swap battery. Yes, the internal battery is 1500 mAh, but when it is out, you just have to wait for it to charge up again. It does support PD 18W super fast charging if you have a power bank that supports it, and you can charge it while recording. But I think having interchangeable battery like the X3 is still way better for any situation. During my testing, the camera sometimes will not record. Here is the warning message. I will need to reboot the camera to fix the issue. Currently, there is no ProRes output or DNG support, so it is basically useless for high-end professionals who want to further edit their 360 video or photo for a more professional delivery. Lepano said their desktop software will support this advanced feature, so I will make a follow-up review when these features are available. Don't forget to subscribe and stay up to date. My biggest complaint though is actually one of their heavily advertised features, Google Street View Blue Line. Well, partially it's not Lepano's fault. Google discontinued lots of their support of GSV Blue Line. It made creating Google Street View photo for Google kinda pointless. On top of that, uploading Street View video on Google Street View Studio has a very strict standard. Half of my PanoX upload failed in processing, as you can see right here. Mostly because of not enough GPS data. PanoX does has a built-in GPS, which no other camera has that except Insta360 Pro 2 or Titan, which are $5,000 plus professional camera. But the GPS is not good enough for professional GSV, especially in the street of Rome, where lots of tall alleyway blocking the GPS signal. Using a GPS logger like what you see right here to pair with the camera like the Theta X or Theta Z1 with a timecode will have a way more reliable result than using PanoX alone. So it is a shame. If Lepano is watching this video, I would suggest they should also support OpenStreetMap, like the Mapillary. Mapillary is owned by Meta, by the way, and it is the mapping service that power map data in Instagram and Facebook. Street view photographer or small businesses might get more benefit to be on OpenStreetMap nowadays since Google technically killed their Street View program last year. Thank you for watching this very in-depth review of the brand new PanoX V2. I listed the detailed spec in the description down below and also my sample footage to download, so you can play with the footage yourself and come to your own conclusion. As you see, we did ton of work on all our camera reviews. We even went to Rome to do the camera test for you. If you appreciate our dedication on helping the 360 and VR community, please consider subscribing us on YouTube here, Instagram, and TikTok as well. I want to know what you think about PanoX. Will you consider buying it or skipping it? Comment below. What are the features you want to see in a 360 camera that's currently missing in the market? Let's talk. I will do my best to answer all the comments. Our Rome 360 VR experience is out. Check it out right here with your PanoX 3. Tap my face right here to subscribe, and I will see you in the next video, or see you in the metaverse.